Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this episode. All right, so it's been an amazing journey. This is the last episode I'll be making on the Bitcoin trade ideas for December 2022, where we are today. So you are welcome. All right. Okay, so the last episode, which was episode 5, I discussed this trade idea, right? This was the last trade idea I discussed. That I marked out March 29th, 1:45 p.m. And I explained to you guys, and I showed you guys also the things that actually led to, what led to this sell we took, right? It was actually Vicent that, saw the breaker structure first, and then, he told me about it, and then I was stubborn, and I said, okay, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. And I later went back to actually check it, and I said, okay, this might actually, play out. So it is worth, taking this. And then we couldn't like enter again with a sell limit. So the best option available for us was to, go in with a sell stop order. And thank God we did, played out perfectly, and it is still running in profit till today. If for those that actually held for, that long. So it is still running in profits. And from where we got in, I think we got in somewhere around there to where price is now. So that is, about 10,219, pips down. So that is a very, very good trade. All right. So today, we're not going to be using the replay tool as in now, because we can actually see where Bitcoin is today. You understand? So I'm going to be discussing all of this from this down here. So not very much, okay, All right, so the next trade idea, so this played out beautifully. Okay. All right, so the next one I marked out was, all right, let's see. So this is the next trade idea I marked out. So it's gonna, okay, so let's wait for it. All right, so April 3rd, right, that's just last month. All right, so April 3rd, 10 in the morning. Okay, so this sell played out beautifully, like amazing, amazing sell. All right, shout out to you, Vincent, for, um, telling me, like, making me conscious about this opportunity before it actually happened. Okay, so now I was looking to take a sell continuation. So we've spotted the word break of structure on the 1 hour. The daily has gotten to, has established a higher high. So we are in the process of retracement, and the retracement on the daily is going to take a lot of days, right? So we should be, looking for sell opportunities to like go down. Understand? This was the first and earliest entry. So to me, I actually said, okay, maybe I can add more positions here. I can, take another sell opportunity here. So what are the things, I saw? I already know we are bearish. Okay, we are in retracement mode now. Okay, so April the 3rd, all right, 10:57 in the morning. Okay, so I saw this, high, higher low, higher high, and then we had this, break of structure to the downside. So let's go over to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so we are actually going to use the replay tool. All right. Yeah. Okay, so perfect. I'm excited. We are almost done. We did it. Okay, so um we had a break of structure. Yeah, so I spotted the break of structure and I wanted taking a sell, right? The first thing, the first thing I always look out for is, oh, sorry. All right, the first thing I always look out for is what the break of structure. What is the directional, buyers of the market, right? What is the market, supposed to do over time? And then I start my analysis from the bigger time frame, like the monthly, the weekly, and the daily, right? I showed you guys already, and then we know that the monthly is what, bullish, right? And then the weekly is also bullish. And then the daily was coming in a bearish form until we actually broke structure to the upside. So now the daily is bullish. But then, structure still needs to form. And what makes a complete structure? We need to have what? A higher high and then a higher low. All right, so the daily broke structure established the first higher high, and then, I waited for price to come all the way to a higher low. I caught the buy and a higher low, and then took price all the way to what? A higher high. All right, I'm still in the buy till today. So daily got to a higher high, and now I'm expecting the same thing to happen again. After a higher high, I'm anticipating a higher low, and then the market should give me a higher high. That is what is supposed to happen, unless smart money decide to do otherwise. But in a bullish market, we should keep seeing what? Higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows, right? And then all of this that was going on here was the daily creating what? After the daily had created a higher high, we had a distribution, which is a break of structure on lower time frame. And then we had what? Higher high, higher low, higher high. And then the 1 hour also now broke structure. And then the retracement started on the daily time frame, right? And then this is the earliest entry for the sell, you know, for me, understand. And then price came all the way down, right? Price came all the way down. And then so that opportunity is playing. And then if you missed it, what other opportunity uh, could you have caught? And then this was one, I thought this was actually going to play out and stand. And then I spotted the break of structure. Yeah, okay. I was anticipating to play this what last up candle. And then before, we had this break of structure, 50% of this candle that captured this liquidity that is here, right? So we had this high, and then we had this big spike up that captured the liquidity before market broke structure. That is what I was anticipating to play. As you can see, my entry was about 46,600, the stop loss at 47,210. That is 610 pip stop loss. That is a $6.10 stop loss for a 0.01 lot. right? As we can see, it didn't play out. Okay, so he didn't play out. As you can see, smart money what captured. They still went up. You know, before all of this, you know, I was actually looking at this very last up candle. You can see this up candle before this big push to the downside. I was looking at this candle, but then, you know, I was like, since, you know, I missed out on this already, I didn't have a limit here. So seeing this break of structure, I thought, you know, the market actually wanted to go lower. And then uh, after seeing this break of structure to the downside, okay, because after price tapped this institutional candle, it actually broke structure, and then I wanted taking the sell to go lower. I had my limit, and then, you know, smart money, I got activated, and then, you know, they still came, they decided to come for this liquidity resting up here, and then that was where my stop loss was. And then I got hit on this trade, and that was a loss for me. Understand? That was a loss for me. And then after that, all right, good. Okay, so the 51, right? We had 51. Yes, so 51. All right, so this was a loss, so we down 1%. Okay, and then for the total reward, we are also down 1%. All right. So minus 1%, we're down 1% also. Okay. All right, so this is a loss from me. And now we took another cell, played out perfectly. Okay, so this cell that actually played out, I want to give a big shout out to Ifeanyi. Okay, so Ifeanyi was the one that actually, you know, made me conscious of this sell opportunity. And I'm going to pull up the chart now. So this hit stop loss, didn't play out, as you can see. I got stopped out. And I also saw this liquidity down here. So I was, you know, anticipating to still, like, if this had held, you know, after my 1 to 3 partials, then, you know, I still saw it going lower. You understand? But that, you know, didn't play out. So I'm going to pull up this chart. So copy link. And then I'm going to paste it here. I think this is mine. All right. This is, it has started playing out already. And then this was before it actually played out. Okay, copy link, and I'm gonna paste it here. All right, perfect. So as you can see, the fourth man published on tradingview.com, April 4th, 2022, 0420. That is 4:20 in the morning. Okay, so he was actually looking to sell. You understand? He wanted selling at, you know, the feel of the imbalance, the institutional candle. As you can see, he marked it out. We had this liquidity that was down here. We had this liquidity that got captured here. So now, when I saw this, you know, I wasn't like positive on this yet because I had not seen like a break of structure to the downside, right? And then we had, as you can see, what happened next. We had a couple of candles that closed below, right? As you can see, we had a couple of candles that closed below. Yeah. Now I was, you know, positive on this trade. You understand? I was positive on this trade, and Ifeanyi had already marked it out already. As you can see, shout out to you, bro, for this. You know, he marked it out in balance. And when I saw it, I was like, thinking, it might actually play out. You understand? After seeing the break of structure, you know, it might actually play out. You understand? And then, as you can see, I had my limit on my MT4, you know, placed it. My sell limit, okay, before price got there, and then the stop loss just above the high, like I always do. Because look at this, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, and then, you know, we had this what break of structure. Okay, now maybe I saw this as, you know, maybe this was supposed to be higher high, higher low, higher high, then break of structure, Okay, so maybe I missed, this structure level. It was supposed to be this one, but I actually took a loss. And then after seeing, this chart from Ifeanyi, that is the fourth man, I actually now saw that, okay, I think it might be ready to go down. Okay, I was down 1%. I lost 1%, but I've already made a lot from this. So giving back 1% to the market will not be bad. Understand? And then I saw this opportunity, and then we had the limit set, stop above the high, because after the structure had been broken, this is now my top range. Okay, just like I marked out, this is my top range. And now this is going to be my down range. So now I'm also targeting this liquidity that was down there. And then this is my down range. Same thing, as you can see, price, okay, activated, consolidated for a while, gave many opportunities for people that wanted to enter to be in now before the move started. And then we had this big push to the downside. As you can see, still did. Bitcoin is not bad yet. So amazing trade, institutional concept, break a structure, selling at premium zones, our range, everything was intact. And then, we got activated and then played out perfectly. So till now, Bitcoin has not gotten back there. So if we should, cancel this, okay, from where we got in to where price is today, that is a 1 to 14 weeks to reward. It didn't get to 15, it got to 14 point something. So the total reward on this trade and counting, because it might still go lower before the, this call where we had today, it is at 1 to 14. All right, so this is the 50-second trade. All right. All right, we made our plus 1%. So for this session now, we are upward plus 2%, right? All right, and then the total reward, we're gonna put, it is at 14% today. It might be more, but this is 14. All right, so we're just gonna go with 14. All right, it's 14%. All right, that's good. Okay, so this played out perfectly. Thank you, Fine, for the trade I did. Thank you so much, bro. All right, so the 50-second trade was played out well. And then I remember wanting to catch another sell that missed my limit. I was pained because, I wasn't fielding, probably because I wanted like a super sniper entry. And then, price just left me. I'm like, we're not giving you this. No, we're not giving you this. All right, this is the trade idea. Yes, so let me copy the link and then paste it. Yes, paste and go. All right, so as you can see, this is April 9th. All right, 11 in the morning. Okay, so yes, we had a good sell, 2 entries. Okay, the first middle one hit stop loss, or the first one in profit, the second one hit stop loss, then the third sell in profit. This is the fourth sell opportunity. All right, again, same thing over and over again, right? What was the structure of the market? The market had given us a lower low, gave us a lower high, a lower low. So what I'm anticipating, a lower high, and then go lower to give me a lower low. And then price left me. Price left me. I was pained, but then, it happens. Sometimes we market trade, it goes our way. Sometimes we market trade, hit stop loss, and then sometimes we market trade, it doesn't fill you in, right? Okay, so this was my entry. Okay, as you can see, my entry was at 43,500 with a stop loss at 44K. As you can see, 43,500, that was a 500 pip stop loss. Okay, 500 pip stop loss, that is $5. So what was I anticipating? Lower low, lower high, lower low. And then I saw this big body candle. And then what came to my mind was January 1st. You guys remember the big candle, the big candle that swept liquidity before the new year, right? So immediately I saw this candle, I remembered January 1st, that candle also. I was like, okay, this might actually play out. and our structure was bearish. Okay, the daily is still retracing, so it's okay for me catching sell opportunities. So I wanted, taking another sell from here. Okay, my entry was at, I think, 50% of this candle. Then I had to refine the entry to a what? To a quarter number, a bank number that is a 50 level, right? 43,500, right? So for 3,500 with a 500 pip stop loss, which is $5 for a 0.01 lot. So this was what I was anticipating, this lower low, lower high, lower low, and then fill me in, lower high, and then let's go all the way to the floor, right? But then, smart money was like, nope, no, we're not giving you this, no. You've done a lot, no, we're not giving you this one. And then look at what happened. And then, what's going up, boom, I missed out on the trade. I was pained. I was pained when I saw this big drop. Sheesh. And I just, saw it. It has gone. Okay, so just accept it like that. So this left without filling me in. It was an amazing trade. If I had been activated, that would be, 3 trades running in profits, as you can see. So this is the third trade, right? All right, so price left us, price left. All right, so that price left was a painful one, but then it's okay. All right, so price left me, amazing. All right, okay, I can see I have another one here. All right, so when price left me, this was the one price left. All right, I saw the same thing. A new lower low had been set, lower high, lower low, and then I had my entry at, okay, I remember this one left also at 43K. I think I got angry and I just deleted the limits. Yeah. And then I came on TradingView and just deleted it also. So this is where it was at 43K. So let me copy it. So copy the link and then I'm gonna paste it here. All right, so as you can see, April 11th. All right, so this left me, that is fine. I saw the signal again, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, internal liquidity. My range is there, liquidity sweep, I know, can't do without a week, right? And then, 43K was my entry, stop loss at 43,410. So this is it. Stop loss at, all right, so that was it. I was targeting 50% of this, fill up the imbalance, my range, and then, my TP at 1, 2, 3. As you can see, price, boom, just left. So I actually marked it out before all of this big drop. As you can see, the timestamp April 11th. So I didn't just, use the replay tool and cut it and do something like this, copy link to chat image. No, I actually marked it out before it happened. All right, that is why, I wanted to be as transparent as possible. I had to gather all of my Bitcoin trade so I can show you the date stamp, because I mean, if the date stamps are not there, I could just be, a line about all of this, all of what we've been doing since episode 1, if I don't show you the date stamp. But the date stamp actually shows that, yes, I actually saw these things before they happened. You get. So this left didn't play out. That is why I deleted it, because it didn't play out. Okay. So 54th trade also didn't play out. Okay, trade left. All right, so this is price. So price left also. Okay. All right, so price left us, and then this played out perfectly. All right. So this is the next trade idea I marked out. So the last was April 11th. This is April 12th, the next day. Okay, 15 minutes Bitcoin buy trade idea. As you can see, this buy trade idea, you can see the background is a little bit, it's not white. That means I had a buy limit waiting down, and then, I saw this 15-minute break of structure. I mean, it could be worth the shot, right? So, and then I took this buy, played out also perfectly. Okay, so let's check. Let's go to the 15 minutes. Okay, so we had this big drop. Remember, the sales here and here were increasing in profits. I missed out on this one. I missed out on this one. And then on the 15 minutes time frame, I know market should drop. So I was only catching the retracement up. That is the 15-minute retracing to give a lower high before it actually dropped down again. So I wasn't expecting this actually to go, way up like crazy. But then, it did at least give a 1 to 6. All right, so we had 15 minutes. All right, boom. Okay, so all right, so what was I anticipating? As you can see, we had what? Lower low, lower high, lower low. And then we have what? The break of structure. And then immediately my eyes came to this candle that captured this dynamic liquidity, right? We had triple lows going, in a dynamic form. And then we had what? Big body candle that captured it. And then price rallied all the way to the upside. So when I saw that, this is it here, and you can see the date, right? This is April 12th. Okay, so this is the liquidity, that got captured, this one. Okay, so we had this liquidity that got captured, right? And then I was targeting this candle, and then this. All right, and then price came back down, got activated, and then boom. So I actually saw an harmonic pattern forming on this trade. That is why, I still believed it could be what the shot, like it could be what the shot going up. You understand this? So there was this harmonic pattern that was information from this and then all the way up here and come to like normal. All right, so we had X, we had X, we had A, we had B, we had C, and then we had rejection at 88.6, something like this. So we had this X, we had A, we had B, for the shark, the B doesn't have any number that you should retrace to. And then for C, at 1.6 and then 886. So it could still be worth the shot. The harmonic pattern could actually play out. So I left it there, although I was anticipating a rejection at this institutional mitigation candle down here. You understand? I had not seen any of this harmonic pattern forming, but then it formed later, and then that, made me, still like believe that this trade might actually go my way. I mean, there's no way I can be 100% sure, but then, it could be worth the shot, right? As you can see, this entry at 39,500, that is a 50 level, stop loss at 39,200, 300 pip stop loss. And then, I was first TP at 4,400. And as you can see, this actually played out, although we had a little bit of consolidation. And then, you know what, price actually closed below this. And then I was like, wow, this might actually hit stop loss. This might actually hit stop loss. But then, you can never be too sure. You guys remember, as I always tell you, that he actually did create liquidity. You can see this equal lows, not really equal, but like, yeah, we have this liquidity down here, and you might actually close this trade now and be scared that this liquidity, they will come for it immediately. They will come for it. I'm in drawdown. Let me close quickly before price actually take me out at my total loss. Maybe you're risking $100 and you're at $50 loss now, and then you don't want to lose everything, and then your mind begin to tell you close, 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 and then you close out on the trade. You missed out on this move if you did that. You understand? So for me, I always allow price to take me out. Okay, I mean. All right, and as you can see, played out well. Boom. And then all the way to the upside gave me a 1 to 6 weeks to reward. It didn't get to 7. No, it didn't get to 7. So that's a 1 to 6 weeks to reward for me. Played out perfectly. Okay, so let's remove this. Played out. So come here, and then the fifth. Yeah. So oh, I actually said 2%. Oh, sorry, I just saw this now. This is 3%. Okay, it is when we take the one loss for this episode and then we are up 2%. And now we are also up 3%. Okay, and then for the total reward on this trade, I actually gave it 1 to 6. Okay, a 1 to 6 risk to reward. Amazing. So the market is bearish overall. Like the market is bullish overall on a bigger time frame. And then the daily is a little bit bearish because it is retracing. And the lower time frames are also coming in a downtrend. And then the 15 minutes are giving a lower low, just wanted catching a lower high and then continue selling down. You understand? So this actually gave a 1 to 6, reward to risk. Not risk reward, sorry. All right, so that played out perfectly. Gave it 1 to 6 risk to reward. Amazing, amazing. And now the next trade, okay. The next trade, I'm gonna copy this and then I'm gonna paste it here. Paste in go. Boom. So here we are. All right. We are so close to where I am anticipating higher low should be established on the daily. So I think it might be time for me to stop looking for sales now. All right. So on April 15, 12:15 in the afternoon, actually marked out this trade. And then what is amazing about this trade is because on the 10 hour, it's calling for a sell. On the 1 hour, we also had a sell at the same place. You understand? When I saw it, I was like, cool. Understand? This might actually hold. All right. So April 15 on the 10 hours time frame, 10 hours time frame. All right. So market was bearish, right? And then I saw this, equal highs, this institutional candle that captured it, right? And then we had this big push to the downside. So I was anticipating, mitigation to take place at 42,800, stop just at 43,400. All right. And then look at what happened after. Okay. So let me copy this and then paste it and then paste in go. All right, boom. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Can you guys see the entry? Entry was a big time sniper entry. Sheesh. And then it dropped. It dropped. So till date, this is still in profits. This sell is still in profits. Okay. Still profits. So let's go to the 10 hours time frame quickly. All right, that is it up there. So let me pause this and then we go to the 10-hour time frame. All right, we are almost done. Okay, so this is the 10 hours time frame here, as you can see. This is the candle, right? This is the low. So the range was the stop range. This is the down range, just like the market out here. And then my entry was a 50% of this up candle. That was a 600 pip stop loss. And this actually gave a 1 to 9 and counting, because it could be more than 1 to 9. You understand? But it is presently at 1 to 9. Okay, before my hit 1 to 9 and then started rejecting. All right, so actually played out. But before this activated, I actually had a buy opportunity here. I saw a buy opportunity to take it all the way into the sell and then sell down. You understand? So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So this played out, but I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so let's wait. And then this is it down here also. And then good. Let me discuss this. So copy and then paste. All right. So so the sell is up there, and then I was open to like buy opportunities. So I actually saw a buy opportunity on 1 hour. It was just so unfortunate it didn't play out, but it's okay. You understand? It's okay. I wanted, buying it all the way into the sell area. All right. So what was I looking at? What are the things I saw? Okay. April 15th, 12:28, right? Okay. I saw this candle. I saw the break of structure. Okay, higher high. And then I kind of, played with this a little, like internal liquidity, all right, internal liquidity. So I was expecting a big drop. I saw the drop coming, but I didn't know that the drop was actually going to take me out. Okay, I saw that this liquidity were going to be captured. but then I was a victim of that. Okay, so in terms of structure, we had this. Okay, we had this lower low, we had lower high, and then we had lower low. All right, market broke structure here, right? Higher high. Okay, so it shouldn't go, you know, below this. So I had an entry, a limit order at 50%, so it can actually capture all of this, okay? Because I don't buy at support, okay? I love to like buy below support, okay? So the support that it is looking like, oh, this is a support level, okay? Price is bouncing multiple times away from this static support. You understand? When I see that, okay, I go below. So I look for the things that can actually make price to reject below that support, and that is something like this, right? This dynamic liquidity, this support level, and my entry was just below it. All right, I knew they were going to come for the liquidity, but the drop was massive. Okay, so my entry was at 39,500, and then with the stop loss at 39,200. As you can see, it's the same thing. First TP at 321, right? And let's see. Okay. All right. So see this. Okay. I knew it was going to drop. I knew it was going to drop. Boom. It's coming. And then one big candle. Very, very big candle. Took me out. Can you see this big candle to the downside? Happened before I woke up. Yeah, I remember that morning I woke up, just checked my MT4, and then saw that I wasn't in on the trade again. Like, immediately I saw my balance reduced. Like, oh shit, he's my stop loss. All right, okay, so the hit stop loss, very big candle to the downside, hit stop loss. That is fine. So this didn't play out. But then as you can see, market rejected and went back up, as you can see. So now this sell, let's see. Okay, that was the sell. That was this one here. Okay, this one. So I actually marked out the sell before the buy. But if the sell is to activate, if the sell is actually going to play out, price needs to buy all the way up. So I wanted joining the buy and then taking the sell after having the sell first. You get, and then having the buy down. So it was like buy, sell, and then buy, sell, then sell down, then buy again up. Just yeah. And then it didn't play out. Hit stop loss, one big candle. Okay. So one big candle hit it didn't play out. Okay, so this is 56th, right? So it didn't play out, so we down 1%. Or 1%. And then for the total reward on this trade, we are also down 1% on this. Okay. So we are down 1%. All right, amazing. Okay, so this did not play out. All right, so this did not play out. And now price is buying all the way up. Price is buying all the way up. And the next, all right, so this is the limit for the buy. I actually, sent it here, but I cannot pull it up for you because the lot size is not covered. Yes, so I want to avoid income claims. Okay, so as you can see, this is the after. It didn't play out. Smash SL real fast. All right. Okay. And now, all right, so the next trade I marked out was this. All right, so this is a 1 hour sell based on an harmonic pattern structure level. But then this trade is also the same as this 10-hour sell. Can you see it? This is 42,800 sell limit for the sell, and then 42,800 for the sell on the 1 hour. So I had already seen this sell since on the 15th of April. But the 1 hour also called for a sell 5 days after. So this is more confluence to take this trade for me, because the 10-hour was calling a sell. I had a sell, I'd marked out a sell opportunity 5 days before this, and then 5 days after, that is on this day, I was doing the analysis and I was like, okay, I have more reasons as to why this cell should hold. Now, because we have an harmonic pattern also formed at what a structure level, right? You all know once a support level gets broken, right, it automatically turns towards resistance, like the basic stuff we learned, right? And then that is what I applied here, but not based on support and resistance and all. Smart money concepts, imbalance field, institutional candle, all of that. You get, and this is a structural level, right? Demand supply zone. This was a level of demand held as a supply and maybe my hold as a supply again. An harmonic shark pattern completing at 886. This is the 886 868 is still close to 886, right? At the D is completing at that level also. 42,800 as an 80 level. And then 5 days before that day, I had already seen, a sell opportunity. Like, this is going to hold, right? This is going to hold. Yeah. And then, as you can see, I have my limit, and then the sell played out real good. All right, so let's wait for it to go up. All right. Perfect. Okay, so this was the 10-hour sell played out, and this was the 1-hour sell also played out. Okay, all played out. So all of this for the 10-hour sell, it is currently at 1 to 9. Okay, I think we've written that. This is 1 to 9. Okay, no. Okay, we have not written that. Oh, and I mix it up. Okay, 14. Price left. Okay, tenors. Okay, this is for the buy on the 15 minutes, and then this is for this buy on the 1 hour that hits stop loss. And then okay, yes. So this for the 10-hour sell is currently at 1 to 9. And then for the 1 hour also is at 1 to 8. Okay, 1 to 8. Come in, let me see something quickly. All right, so I want to, 1 to 8. So for the 10 hours, 1 to 9, and then for the 8 hours, for the 1 hour, 1 to 8. Okay, so the 57th, okay, we're plus 3%, right? And then the total is 9. Okay, the total is 9. So this is plus 9, while the second one is plus 8%. Okay, so this is plus 9%, and then a 58 trade. All right, plus 3% also. That is plus 8% for the overall reward, and still counting. Don't forget, it might be more, it could be more. Okay, 8%. But for where we had today, it is currently at 8%. All right, so played out well, then played out this 10 hours played out well. So I'm not going to delete it because it is still playing out. Okay, and then this, okay, let me just delete it so I can add it back. And then 1 hour also played out well. And okay, let me see. All right, so the next trade displayed out. All right, so this is the next trade here. Copy the link. All right, so this is played out, and then there's the next one. Okay, this I think is the same thing. I think I just did it twice. Okay, it's the same from what I can see. 800, 24, 24. Yeah, it's the same. So let me just remove one. All right, so I think that one didn't play out. Yeah, I remember. So the sell was running in profits. Okay, so this was the sell. And then I went to take in a buy also, okay? Because on a 45 minutes, I saw that the market was bullish. And let me see what I wrote on this trade. Okay, no, because I'm not sure I took this sell, this buy. I only wanted taking it before the sell activated. But let me see. So smashed SL, all right, because I already knew, the sell was like not this buy would not hold. You understand? This buy would nor hold. So that was it. And look at it. Let me paste it. Okay, I think I have, yeah. Now, this buy, as you can see, it was before price got to the D point. So what I was anticipating for this trade when I marked it out was that price should come back down, because as you can see, it has created this higher high here. This one here. Oh, it's so tiny. All right. So on a 45 minutes, time frame, okay, before price actually got to the D point where the sell limit was, I was anticipating that after price had given us this, after price has given me this higher high, before getting to the D point, as you can see, we had what? This, and then this, and then this, and then it broke the structure, and then it broke the structure again to the upside. So now the market was bullish. So in terms of range, this was my down range, and then this was my potential top range. After price was giving me this higher high, what I was anticipating when I marked out this trade, well, it should reject from here, come, okay, fill me in, and then go all the way up to activating the sell, and then I take the sell down. All right, and then I take the sell down. But then as you can see, smart money didn't do that. Okay, they just took price all the way straight for mitigation. And then I kind of knew already that this sell, this buy was not going to hold, because I was still anticipating price to go lower, because I had that there are reasons why, which I'm going to share with you before I end this episode, why, I was still anticipating, price to go lower, and where my last buy, where I'm looking to take a buy on Bitcoin. It has not played out yet. So, I'll be opportune to like share with you guys. It's not a trade. How do they say, this is not financial advice, right? Okay, so if you're watching this episode before it actually played out, I will be looking to take a buy from there. It might play out, it might not. You understand? And if it doesn't play out, it's just going to be a part of it for me, because I've had trades that didn't play out, which I've shared with you guys. So if this trade idea doesn't play out, fine, it's part of it. You understand? But that doesn't mean I am not good yet. So this did not play out, but I marked it out. So what I was anticipating for this trade was for it to activate me before going up. But when it got up first, before coming down, I kind of knew this was not going to hold. You understand? I knew it wasn't going to hold. So for this trade, I'm going to say, although this is going to be the first time we're going to be using this, yeah, it is going to be trade invalidated. Okay, so we're going to say the 59th trade is invalidated. It didn't play out. Okay, actually hit stop loss. All right, but then it is not valid to me anymore, because it has, what I wanted it to do, it didn't do it. Then it had already gone from mitigation up before it started coming down. So I kind of knew what's going to hit SL. All right, or better still, let's just do 59th trade hit stop loss. Okay. All right, but I just needed to explain to you guys that this trade was already invalid for me already, because it didn't do what I wanted it to do, right? But it went straight for mitigation before activating. So I kind of knew already this guy will hit stop loss. Okay, so 59th trade. All right, we can just say down 1%. Okay, and this is how you can avoid unnecessary losses. You understand? When you've seen it, over time. So I think I should be able, looking at how I have gone from started from December 2020, all the way to now, there are some markups I might do on Bitcoin. Not might, I will do. And I kind of know that this is low probability. This might not play out. You understand? If it doesn't do what I want it to do, and if it comes back, I can know that, okay, this might actually stop. But yeah, I will not be 100%, because it's my money. Can be fun. You understand? So, but then I'm not just going to force my emotions or my opinions rather on the market. Okay, I'm just going to allow the market do, its thing. You understand? So for the 59th trade, So we're going to say minus 1%, and then in bracket, trade not valid anymore. Okay. So trade not valid anymore. And then for the overall reward was also, 1%. Okay, so that is that for this trade. All right, so and play out, and then the next trade is actually a sell I took of recent. A sell I took of recent. So let me go back to the 1 hour. Okay, yes, I remember this. All right, before that, yes, I remember this thing when I have it. So the sell price was coming down, in profit, and then I was like, okay, because now the reason why I was open to buy opportunity on these 4 hours was because if you check the retracement, right, we started analyzing price from all the way up there. Now, anything below 50% is discount for a buy already. And then if you draw the fib from the swing low all the way to the swing high, we are already at what, 618. This is below 50% already. So I was open for buy opportunities now. Again, and then I saw this 4 hours break of structure. As you can see, remember this big spike down that took my buy? Yes. And then we had this lower low, it had lower high, and then we had lower low. Okay. And then it broke structure to the upside, and then we had a higher high. So I was positive on this buy because it had already given me, it prices at a discount level already. Okay, so anywhere below 50% all the way to 94, those are all discount levels, all the way down to 100. Okay, so price was already at discount level already. So looking for buy opportunities now would make sense. Yet, and then I had this 4-hour buy. Okay, buy limit, sell. So there are still multiple sales. Okay, but then I was open to a buy opportunity, which didn't play out. Okay, so smart money still wanted to go lower, and I kind of knew that it would go lower because overall, before all of this, let me show you this. Copy the link and then paste. Yeah. All right. So even before all of that, if you check the dates, April 9th, 11 in the morning, I had marked out a buy opportunity for Bitcoin waiting at 36,350. So at around the 36K area, this is the last possible buy area for me on Bitcoin. So even with all of the buys I was taking before price got here, there is still, it might not play out. It might not play out. Why am I looking to take this buy? This buy has not activated till today, but as you can see, price is dropping there. Okay. Same thing I did that, I was able to take a very good buy from this week down here. And then I took Bitcoin all the way from like 34K to like 49, 48, 48, right? At first, I spotted the break of structure. Okay, let me annotate. Okay, I spotted this break of structure. We had this lower low, lower high, lower low. And then we had this big break of structure on the 12-hour and the daily. All right, so this was a higher high to me. And then market retraced down, gave me a higher low, right? This internal liquidity, and then this liquidity, I was targeting this very last candle. I explained it already, right? And then mitigation happened at 50%, and then I held the buy all the way up, right? I was closing partials as price was going up. I'm still in on this trade. You understand? And our price got all the way up here. So in terms of market structure, this is higher high, higher low, higher high. So I knew higher low and then a higher high. That is what it is supposed to do, right? And now this candle, you can see we have some internal liquidity here, which I'm anticipating for smart money to capture. So long term, I still knew it's going to drop. You understand? This liquidity here. And as you can see, this institutional very last candle, right? Captured some kind of liquidity here, captured this liquidity here, and this candle mitigated this candle. And this candle itself is a mitigation candle because it captured this to liquidity. So I'm expecting another candle in the future to mitigate this candle, just like how this candle mitigated this one. So I'm expecting another candle in the future to mitigate this candle here. So I was still, bearish. I still want to see go down. Right? So this is the last possible buy area for me because higher high, higher low, higher high. Now I'm still overall bullish on this until it has actually closed below this last structure point. You get? So this is the last, buy area I'm looking at 36, 350, stop at 34, 350. That's about 2,100 pip. And then first TP at this second TP, maybe somewhere here, and then fill this imbalance. And then let's see how, how far I can go. All right. So I just shared with you a trade idea. My play out, my not, none of a leverage. Okay. All right. So all right. So yeah, this is the 4 hours. Okay. Okay. No, we've discussed this one and play out. Yeah. So that is the area. The area is down here. Okay. This potential area for accumulation, that is where the buy is. So, and then I was open because I don't want to force again my opinion on the market. The market has given me a break of structure. Who knows? Might go up from here. Okay. And I don't want to miss out on the next swing up. So it is okay, after making a whole lot, giving back 1%. So let's see what's going to happen. I saw the breaker structure. I have my range. I have the institutional candle. I mean, just set the limits and let's see what's going to happen. Hidden play out. As you can see, they still want to go lower. Okay. And as you can see, boom, that took me out. So this 4-hour buy, yeah, didn't play out. Hit my stop loss and then it didn't play out. So that is a 60 hertz trade. All right, didn't play out. So we're so down 1%. Okay. And then for the total reward, we are also down 1%. All right, that is the 60 hertz trade. Okay, so I took a loss on that. No problem. It means the market still wants to sell. Okay, because now it had broken structure again to the downside, right? Now lower low, lower high, and now this is a new lower low. Okay, so just look for sales. Okay, and then I had this. So the next trade was actually on the 5 minutes. So I saw a 5-minute opportunity and I took it. Because okay, so it wants to keep coming down. No problem. Let me join, let me just take more position to go lower. All right. And then I remember this trade because this was recent, right? This is April 28th. This was last week, I guess. Okay. On a 5 minutes time frame. So, all right. So let me delete that. Okay. Gave a 1 to 6 reach to the word. That is where we had now. So this was what I saw. Okay. The 4 hours is bearish, right? We can see we have this lower low. Okay, we have this lower low, we have this lower high, we have this lower low, lower high, lower low. All right, so we have that. I was anticipating that, okay, price should fill this imbalance created here. You can see this big imbalance. Price, map money has filled it. So I was anticipating for price to, give me distribution on lower time frame. That is a break of structure on lower time frame to the downside. So I can get in and then take price all the way into that my buy area I have here. And as you can see, on the 1 hour, okay, so going down to the 1 hour. So this is the imbalance we have here. Okay, all of this is the imbalance. Okay, from there to there, we have the imbalance and price. So just going to put that as IPA, okay, and then go to the 1 hour. All right, and then I kind of joked about this, I remember, joking about this, like we had this flag pattern that was forming, right? So we had this, bearish flag. All right, so bearish flag means we should be looking for sell opportunities, right? Because this is a bearish flag, and anytime, most times, not most times, because I don't trade it, you understand? But then, I learned it when I was learning, how to trade forex. So saw it, and what does a bearish flag mean? It means we should be looking for a drop on Bitcoin, right? That is what a bearish flag means. That is what it is trying to, that is what it means. Anytime you see a bearish flag, it means you should be looking for sell opportunities. It might go down, right? And then so I saw it, and as you can see, this is it here. So we have the, the parallel lines. And then I was actually looking out for, I was waiting for, my evidence, the distribution, break of structure on smaller time frames so I can go lower. I remember we had a live call when I was discussing this, and I was like, okay, Kobe, what the shot? We have this break of structure now above 50% of the high PA. It might go down. Okay. So let's remove this, and then let's remove this, and then this, and then go into the 5 minutes time frame. All right. I didn't want to place this trade at first because I was like, it might not hold. But then I was like, so far, is there any trade that was 100%? No, but then some play, some don't play out. So, just do it, go in. And then I have my limits before price, got to entry. At first, I thought they had left me with this and coming down, and then finally picked me, and then, made a 106 on this. Boom. Woo! And then we had this big push to the upside. We had this big push to the upside, but this gave a 1 to 6. Already we have our 1 to 3, and then it came all the way down to like 1 to 6. So so the 61st trade. All right, we made our what? Profit, okay, of 3%. Then the overall reward on this trade was a 106. Entry was at 39,750. Stop loss was at 39,890. Okay, that is about, okay, let's check how many it is. So this is a plus 6%. Okay. This was a 1 to 6. Yeah, 1 to 6 risk to reward for price just boom, all the way to the upside. Okay, but then we had a 1 to 6 on this trade. All right, so going to the 1 hour, we are done. And then let's just see where Bitcoin is today. All right, and then he created a new lower low. So I was actually right. Okay, I was right on, price, rejecting from this imbalance. As you can see, in terms of structure, after this lower low, this lower high, this lower low. All right, this imbalance price is not close above yet. So this is a lower high. And now we have, a lower low established here. So this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And then this is where we are today. That is where we are today in price. So guys, that is my Bitcoin trade from 2020, December, all the way to May 2nd, 2022, 4:23 p.m. my time. All right, so how was it? Was it amazing? It was for me. All right, so I shared a buy opportunity I'm looking to take. Okay, I also have a sell opportunity I'm looking at to just, add that to go lower. Okay, so this 4-hour structure is bearish. Okay, again, this is not a financial advice. Okay, so just let's just see. This is what I'm looking at now. Okay, structure first. The market is what bearish, right? We had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So now it shouldn't go above this, because if we're going to the line chart, price shouldn't go above this area. So this is my top range. Yeah. Okay. But if we go to the line chart, this is where price should not go above, right? But then we have this as our top range. And then this is my down range. So the market is still bearish. Until market has broken structure, it is better to trade alongside with what the chart is telling you. So this is my down range. So in terms of structure, we are bearish. Okay, and on the 4-hour, okay, this candle actually is a kind of interest to me. You see this candle here, this very last up candle. Yes, this is a kind of interest to me. So I would love price to come into this area and then give me distribution. What I mean now is just break a structure on lower time frame, right? But you know me, I love to do what? Limit order. So I have my limit here waiting, all right, to see what's going to happen. The play out, fine. If it doesn't, fine. Okay, but I have my limits waiting here, 50% of this up candle, this institutional candle, and then we add this lower low. So in terms of structure, I wanted to give me, it's created a lower low, a lower high. Okay, partial reject from here, and then to drop, come into that buy area, and then I have a buy, possibly going to the upside. So the sell, yeah, sell up, a buy down, buy here, and then you'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is the sell I'm looking at now. That's not activated yet. Okay, so this is going to be the 60-second trade, and then for the sell, and then the 63rd trade for the buy. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. Okay, so 60-second trade. What is it? Is it going to be a winning trade or a losing trade? So I don't know. Okay, we would all see how it goes. And then 63rd trade, that is the buy. Is it going to be a winning trade or a losing trade? Also, I don't know. I'm just going to wait to see what happens. All right, so that is it. Those are all the trades I have taken on Bitcoin from December 2020 to present. Wow, I'm done. All right, so before we end the session, okay, so the entry is at 39,700 or 39,800. Okay, it could actually spike all the way up to 39,800. That is an 80 level, but this is also a 00 level, which is okay. Stop loss at 4,400. That is just 700 pip. That is a $7 SL. On first target is 37.6. That's a reward of 3, and then it could possibly go lower. All right, so that is what I'm looking at. Okay, so now let's bring up this, and then we started from the 51st trade. Yes, this one. So the calculator, now let's calculate for this episode. What is the winning? If we remove the winning, the winning trade from the losing trade, how many percent is left? So we started with loss, and then we made 3%, and then we made 3%. That is 6%. And then if we remove the 1%, that is 5% left. And then we took another trade. We lost that one, minus 1%. We're down 4. The next two trades were winning trades, right? So that is 3%. Plus 3%, we are up 10%. And then we lost one trade again. Account is down 9%. It's down by 1%. 10%, we lost one. So account is still up by 9%. And then we lost the 68th trade also. Did we lose this? Okay, so we lost that. Okay, so we lost that one, minus 1% also. That is 8, and then the 61st trade plus 3%. Right, that is 11%. I hope I'm correct. All right, let me quickly do it again. 6 minus 1, okay, minus 1 plus 6 minus 2 plus 3. All right, 11%. So for this episode, up 11%. So now the 60-second trade will either take it to be up by 14 or down by 1. That is 10. Okay, so it's either going to be at 10 or 14. I would leave you all to, add that for me or minus that. Okay, and then a 63rd trade might actually be, a winning trade also or a losing trade. So for this, now we are up 11%. Okay, 11% in profit. And then for the whole reward, let's do the calculation now. Okay. So minus 1%, and then we made 14%. So that is 14. And then we made 6%. All right, so we removed the 1% we lost. Okay, we up 19. We lost 1 again, so minus 1. That is 18. We up plus 9 reward, and then plus 8 reward, and then minus 2, and then plus 6. All right, so we're up 39%. 39%. 39% in profit if you go by like full reward. Okay, so 39% in profit. Yes, so that is it. I'm done. That is all the trade you've taken. I'm going to take more, obviously, but this is it, guys. That is everything. How was it? Was it interesting? You guys enjoy it? Let me know what you thought after watching this. Okay, so that is going to be it from me. I hope you enjoyed all of the episodes. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.